What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you, Madden 19. But before we talk about that, Madden 25, because I think just a little trip down memory lane, how funny I found this to be. If you Google Madden True Step, you'll see 3 videos. One from Smitty, Madden 25, how True Step changes the game. One from Sim, Madden 15 breakdown, next level True Step and physics. And then one from me, what happened to True Step from Madden 25. I thought it was just ironic, given our situation and status in the community, that us 3 had videos come up on Google like that. But to go back, take a look, Madden 25, I left Rex Dixon's name up there. It talks about the all-new step-based locomotion system, which calculates the steps the ball carrier takes on the field. The old-school running cycle has been replaced by a system that constantly evaluates weight, momentum, and desired direction with 4 times the precision. It goes on to talk about the main thing that you will feel is a responsiveness and smoothness, and that you will feel more connected to the player, and anything that you do on the stick will be reflected in the player's feet and the way they move. The game is not only more responsive, it is also more realistic with the running animations that we've ever had before. And then it goes on to talk about sharing the technology with FIFA and how they worked on this for 2.5 years to get it into Madden 25. Now, I lead that because I want to also take a look at what they went on to say about the learning curve. That because of this, there was going to be a learning curve that a player would have to learn to understand the ability of speeding up and slowing down due to the new curves and more steps. And they also talked about the running style, that one of the key goals was to have Madden 25 feel authentic but look pristine. And they captured different types of running styles for the new locomotion system. They had lots of different backs represented in terms of how they chop their feet, make their cuts. Weight, momentum, and speed ratings will also depend how a running back chooses their steps. Players won't have to chop their feet as much if they're running slower, vice versa. And players are differentiated by the moves they make, so certain players will have the ability to have different jukes and hurdles compared to others. This is a PS4 title. I don't recall seeing or playing any of that currently. So when Madden 19 gets promoted and we talk about real player motion, at the base of real player motion, it's designed to deliver hyper-realistic animations. Hyper-realistic. So we went away from motion capturing, I suppose, to incorporate hyper-realistic animations with a higher level of gameplay. Note, not simulation football, not authentic, a higher level. The elevated animations bring incredible elements to the ball carrier control. How could we have more control? How could we have more realism than actually going out and motion capturing real running backs to get their footwork? Cut, accelerate, and stop on a dime for explosive cuts used to break through defenses. That is not anywhere near what we were sold a few years ago, and why would we have to have anything other than what was in the original Madden 25 on PS4 next-gen consoles? It doesn't make any sense to me. This is why people get skeptical. This is why people say the game is a retread. I mean, you're literally selling me a feature now, rebranded as Real Player Motion from True Step. So you're either going to tell me now that True Step never lived up to what it should have been, even though you spent 2.5 years developing it. Now, you bring in Real Player Motion. You don't tell us how long you've been working on or developing it, but you tell us that it's going to change the game. Now, True Step changed the game so much, they actually went to tell us this is going to actually have a learning curve for you as a user. Real Player Motion doesn't get approached to us that same way. I mean, respectfully, there's some deception here, in my opinion. Something isn't right. If you're building upon the game, if you have a base with True Step, there's never a need for Real Player Motion. Just something I thought was interesting in the way these two game modes or game features or whatever you want to call them were marketed, because they closely resemble each other at face value, but when you actually go back and read what they should bring or what they would bring to the table, we're left with still thinking we have an incomplete game and never got sold the product we were supposed to have back with Madden 25. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. You know that I'll be back in the week with more commentary.